Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel on Lumion. So today we want to look at how to render in Lumion. I believe you have followed my last videos. Please like and subscribe. The videos are very important for us. So we want to continue today on how to do renders. Yes, how to render. So on the screen you can see a model I did for a gazebo. So I want to use this model to teach you how to do your rendering settings and how to get whatever you want for the rendering. And you can also do, you can get a very good rendering here and probably go and do post render on other softwares like Photoshop and After Effects and the rest. So let's go into it. Yeah, if you look at the bottom right corner of your screen, there's a menu bar there, yeah, which shows the photo, the build, the file, and the rest. So the movie. So you go to photo. So on photo now, you'll be given a series of 10 spaces to take images. This number one and two is filled already, so you can start with a blank space. So the first thing you do, remember, you look at the format tutorial. I've taught you how to navigate through your uh, screen. So the same way you can do it when you are in build, same way you can move around and navigate. You can also do that when you're in photo mode. So here we can maybe position the image where you want it to be. Then you take a photo here, store camera. Alright. So once you store the camera, you can now start making your styles or settings. So here there's already custom styles. There's already preset styles. Here there's overcast done. Pick this, you can see they already have settings. There's interior, there's daytime, and the rest. So it all depends on what you want. You can, but I want to teach you how to customize your own style. So let for me, there are some things that the way I do my own. There are some things that I will not do. I need them, but I adjust them. First of all, like let's say I go to camera. You have light and shadow camera, scene and animation, weather, sketch, colors. So I first of all go to camera. I like to pick my 2 point perspective and put it on first of all. Yeah, because I don't really need it all the time. So also I pick my exposure. Yeah, because the if you notice it comes, yeah, according to how you select it, though you can really rearrange it later. So when we go to here, I also go to, I just pick, there are so many things you can do. You can just play around it and navigate there. There's bloom, under color, the sketch, you can make, basically the things you can do on post renders. So I go to color correction, you go back, pick, so I can go to sky and cloud. Here you can adjust the cloud, yeah, position of the cloud. I like using low high clouds, yeah, use low clouds depending on what you want to do. So what else? Let me just pick all the materials, all the ones I need. There's for image, right? There are so many things here, but you might not really need to use them. There's also a for sun study. Yeah, the sun study you can change the hour, the minutes. As you can see, it's changing the months, the time zone, the latitude, the longitude, depending on what you want to achieve. But let's just leave that for now. You can delete and remove effects. So I'll go back here. I'll pick let's say shadow. Yeah, and put on your shadow. You can see we have soft shadow and fine detail shadow. We can either put this off. We have fine detail shadow or just soft shadows. So depending on what you want. So let's use this for now. You can adjust them later. When you go to reflections, one thing you should note about reflections, before you can pick reflections, the material, reflections work with material. The material itself has to be reflective. Like if I go back, then let's pick the last one. last one is sun. Okay, so if I go back here, I'll see that the materials are arranged according to how I selected them. Though you can bring them down or up, but I prefer this like this because I know I'm going to adjust the sun more than reflection and all that. So let's go back to build, go to material. So you can see like this ceramic tiles now. You can see I've put a glossiness and reflection for the ceramic tile. The wood panel, okay, can increase the reflection and the glossiness. Alright, so go back to camera. Right, so I just want to teach you how to do reflections. Now you can see these materials are not reflective. So, but when you go to reflections now, you can preview reflection, but it's better to just leave it as normal. So you go to edit. So here you can select add planes, the plane of the reflection. Now you can see the materials are reflective. So probably I do also want here to be reflective. Select this one also. You understand? So you go back. Now you can see in the image the reflection of the materials are showing. The level of reflection now depends on how much reflectiveness you give the material. So that's that for that. You can navigate anyhow, then just select the image, take you back to what you selected initially. So you can still adjust it if you want to take the picture again. So yeah. Now you understand 2-point perspective if you want it to be 2-point perspective or not. So see the difference. Now the exposure, you can adjust the exposure, reduce it, or you increase it depending on what you want. You can see the differences in the exposure. So it's more like if you have knowledge of photo render, post render, you can see. So depending on the level of the exposure you want. So let's use something like 0.7. Yeah, 1.7 is fine. Okay, go back. Now color correction. These are basic post render elements. Color correction, increase the variance, saturation you can reduce it a little bit depending on what you want. Let me increase the variance and reduce. Yeah, the contrast, I like a little bit of contrast. And I'll reduce saturation a little bit. Then the temperature, I'll take it back. Okay, and the brightness, depending on what you want. I think this is fine. Alright, so the sky and the cloud, you can adjust the position as you want. Low clouds, high clouds, depending on what you want. Alright, then reflection, we set the reflections and where you want them. Now the sun direction. You have the height, which is like the altitude, and you have the heading, which is like the azimuth. Okay, that's the position of the sun. So if you take it down, you can see the effect on your picture. So it's like 0 is dawn or dusk. So if you go down, you're entering night. I already have light set already. Like I will do a tutorial on lights on how you can do your lights for daytime. So when you enter night, your lights will on. When you enter daytime, it will off. So depending on how you want to position it, then the azimuth, the heading, depending on how you want to light. Yeah, you can see the direction of the so depending on what you want, it's all about what you want. Do what you want to do. Put the direction, whatever position you feel is okay for you. Just want to adjust it. Okay. Alright. So let's say something like this is fine. Alright. So what else? Let me see the exposure. Let me increase the exposure a little bit. It's too much. Okay, let's leave it like that. Then let's go to shadows. I think I will use soft shadows. Depending on what you want. Let me use sharp shadows. Okay, alright. So once his face is okay, you can just take the picture again. Alright, I also want to show you something. You can come here, pick here, and do another position of the objects. Let's see, move a little closer. Okay, remember how I taught you how to move? So you can take this picture and snap. Now basically you don't need to do the settings all over again. You can come here, click here, menu, edit, copy the effect, click here, here, edit, and paste the effect. Now here you can adjust whatever. It doesn't affect the other one. You can adjust if you feel like you want to adjust the position of whatever you can set here. You can set it independent of the other one, depending on what you want. Okay, let's take it a little down. Okay. Alright, let's say this is fine, then you take a picture. You can do that repeatedly for different views. You adjust whatever you want to adjust. I can say I want to change the cloud position for this one. Okay, let me use much of blue clouds, reduce it a little bit. So whichever one that works for you, when you're done, you take the picture. Now let's go to rendering your images. You go to render photos. Now you can either render current shots, and there are 4 qualities. There's email, desktop. This is 1K, 2K, 4K, and 8K rendering. Yeah, 1K, 2K, 4K, and 8K rendering. So depending on the quality you want, let's go to, you can render photo sets. Yeah, you can render these 2 images at the same time. Understand? Or you can even unselect this one. Let's say you have the 10, because you have maximum of 10 per set. So you can say, okay, I want to just render 5 out of 10. 3 selected, select the ones you want to render. Alright, so let's render these 2 images. Let's render them photo set. Let's use desktop 2K rendering. Okay, so let's call it Loom. Alright, let's save. So it will take some time to render. Alright, this is finished rendering that we have. You can actually take this to Photoshop rendering to do whatever you want to do. Alright, so you take it to Photoshop, render what you want to do, and edit what you want to edit in Photoshop, and yeah, voila. So basically this is just a simple way of rendering in Lumion. It works for every other thing. So expect a video. I'll do a video on animation and how you render and set animations. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel.